Hi, my name is Gabriela Zamora, and today I'm going to be talking about food issues in the US with an emphasis on unhealthy ingredients. For my overview, I'm going to talk about why I chose this topic, the three health related illnesses in the US due to poor nutrition, which are obesity, heart disease, type 2 diabetes, and then I'm going to talk about the three unhealthy ingredients. Um, These are going to be added sugars, trans fats, and excess sodium. And then I'm going to talk about who does this affect most, what's being done, where are these ingredients found, and what can we do to fix this problem. So, why I chose this topic? So, I chose this topic to emphasize the pressing public healthcare concerns our country faces, such as obesity, diabetes, and heart disease. These issues, often rooted in poor nutrition, are rapidly escalating and demanding greater awareness. Personally, I have always been mindful of the nutritional information on the products I consume, and I've noticed a troubling pattern of consistently unhealthy ingredients in many everyday foods. This observation inspired me to explore the facts and the data surrounding this crucial issue further. My goal is not only to shed light on the problem, but also to identify healthier alternatives and promote better choices for individuals and communities. So, for health related illnesses, the top three health related illnesses in poor nutrition are going to be obesity, heart disease, and type 2 diabetes. With obesity, it's a chronic condition that increases the risk of hypertension, type 2 diabetes, heart disease, stroke, and certain cancers. And a study I read was focused on the prevalence of obesity in adults by education level, and it showed that if you have a bachelor's degree, regardless man or woman, it was less. So you were at 31.6%. If you just had a high school diploma, it was 44.6, and those with some college was 45.0. And due to these statistics, it shows that there was no significant difference between men and women and obesity prevalence by education level. Um, so, in other words, everyone is still susceptible regardless how much education you have. And then in children, nearly 20% of children ages 2 to 19 in the US have obesity. And then 2 in 5 adults have obesity. That's more than 42%. Um, this includes severe obesity. So, overall, these high ranges of obesity show that the people are still at great risk of other diseases that are linked with weight gain. And the next thing we'll talk about is the heart disease. So, heart disease is cardiovascular. It's a cardiovascular disease that affects the heart and the blood vessels around it. And obesity is among the leading causes of elevated cardiovascular motility and mobility. Um, Obesity is a significant risk factor for cardiovascular disease because it contributes to the development of high blood pressure, high cholesterol, diabetes, and systemic inflammation, all of which strain the cardiovascular system, elevating levels of body fat, particularly visceral fat, and they're associated with morbidity and mortality related cardiovascular complications. And now we're going to talk about type 2 diabetes, which type 2 diabetes is a chronic metabolic disorder um, characterized by the body's inability to regulate blood sugar effectively. It occurs when the body becomes resistant to the effects of insulin, a hormone that helps glucose enter the cell for energy. So when that happens, you're gonna have to start taking insulin regularly, and that can lead, if you don't take it, that can lead to a multitude of issues, such as stroke, heart disease, blood clots, possibly high blood pressure, low blood pressure. So you have to be careful. And in the US, more than 38 million people have diabetes, and that's 90 to 95% of these cases being type 2, which type 2 diabetes you develop, type 1 you're born with. Um, this means roughly 34 to 36 million individuals in the US are living with type 2 diabetes. The prevalence of diabetes has been increased with higher rates observed among older adults, certain racial/ethnic groups, and those with risk factors such as obesity or a sedentary lifestyle. In this picture, I added four photos. The first photo on your left being a puzzle piece, and obesity is a puzzle piece, and under it is diabetes to complete it. Because typically, if you have obesity, you're gonna get type 2 diabetes. It's just a matter of time. The second picture to the right, I put a picture of a man with a broken heart, and this is because obesity leads to lots of heart disease or heart related problems. And then on the bottom left, I put a picture of someone getting their glucose checked. This could be just a regular check or because they have diabetes, type 2 specifically. And the quote it says is, "Take care of your body like you're cleaning your weapon after you fire it." And this is meaning maintaining a healthy lifestyle is key to diabetes prevention. Um, and then the last photo I put was heart disease risk factors. And there's a multitude of risk factors, mostly lifestyle. Some you can't change, like genetics, but smoking, age, alcohol, eating unhealthy, lack of exercise, stress, obesity, those are all things that can affect your heart. Um, Not necessarily just obesity, all those things. But in my specific situation, obesity can lead to heart disease. Unhealthy ingredients. The three unhealthy ingredients I'm focusing on are added sugars, my main focus being high fructose corn syrup, trans fats, my main focus being oils, margarines, and shortenings, and excess sodium. Added sugars such as high fructose corn syrup, table sugar, and various syrups provide empty calories without significant nutritional value. Consuming too much added sugar can lead to weight gain, spikes in blood sugar levels, and eventually increase with the risk of type 2 diabetes, heart disease, and liver disease. High fructose corn syrup in particular has linked to changes in metabolism that can promote fat storage and insulin resistance over time. Trans fats are created through a process called hydrogenation, which makes liquid oils solid at room temperature. These fats are dangerous because they rise your LDL bad cholesterol while simultaneously lowering your HDL good cholesterol. This dual effect significantly increase the risk of heart disease and may also contribute to inflammation and insulin resistance. Excess sodium. While sodium is an essential mineral, most people consume far more than the recommended amount. Excess sodium intake leads to high blood pressure, hypertension, increasing the risk of heart disease, stroke, and kidney problems. Reducing sodium can help maintain healthy blood pressure levels and improve overall cardiovascular health. Who does this affect? This issue affects everyone in the general populations, adults, children, and adolescents alike. The adverse effects of consuming added sugars, trans fats, and excess sodium can impact virtually anyone who regularly consumes them in significant quantities. While some populations, such as low-income communities, may be more vulnerable due to limited access to healthcare alternatives, no demographic is entirely immune. People who eat packaged convenience foods or fast meals, these unhealthy ingredients are preservatives, making it difficult for many individuals to avoid them completely. Poor nutrition driven by these ingredients has been associated with a range of health problems, including obesity, heart disease, and type 2 diabetes. These conditions do not discriminate based on age or social status, affecting people across all walks of life. As a result, the health burden of consuming these harmful ingredients extends beyond isolated individuals, influencing communities, healthcare systems, and econ- econ- economies as well. Ultimately, everyone is exposed to the risks posed by these dietary factors. What's being done? Efforts to reduce the consumption of added sugars, trans fats, and excess sodium span multiple levels of government policies and public health campaigns to actions taken by food manufacturers, restaurants, and individual consumers. On a regulatory front, many countries have introduced cleaner food clearer food labeling requirements to help consumers understand what they are eating. For example, nutritional fact labels now highlight added sugar separately, and many jurisdictions have banned the use of artificial trans fats, with the US FDA, for instance, removing partially hydrogenated oils from the list of generally recognized as safe ingredients. Public health organizations such as World Health Organization and American Heart Association provide guidelines that recommend designs to curb the intake of these harmful components. In addition, the government and organizational efforts, the food industry is making changes to improve products, formulations. Many manufacturers are working to reduce sodium, sugars, trans fats in their packaged foods, and restaurants have began offering healthier food menu options. Educational campaigns and community-based interventions strive to empower consumers with the knowledge and skills needed to make healthier choices. This includes promoting cooking at home, teaching label reading, and encouraging the consumption of whole, minimally processed foods. As a result, the combination pressures of policies, regulations, industry shifts, and consumer advocacy has started to alter the food environment gradually, making it easier for individuals to limit these unhealthy ingredients. Where are these ingredients found? These ingredients are commonly found in a wide range of processed, packaged, and restaurant foods. Added sugars, especially high fructose corn syrup, frequently appear in sweetened beverages like sodas and fruit flavored drinks, as well as in candies, baked goods, breakfast cereals, flavored yogurts, and many condiments and sauces. Even products that may not taste particularly sweet, such as pasta sauces or breads, can contain surprising amounts of added sugar. Trans fats, which often come from particularly hydrogenized oils, were once widely used in crackers, cookies, cakes, pie crusts, microwave popcorn, and certain margarines and shortenings. While they have been significantly reduced in many products, some proceed and commercially baked items still have trace amounts. Excess sodium is prevalent in snack foods such as chips, crackers, frozen meals, canned soups, lunch meats, pickles, sauces, and restaurant dishes, as salt is commonly used as a preservative and flavor enhancer. These ingredients often appear in foods designed to be shelf stable, convenient by high palatability, making them easy to overconsume if not monitored. How can we solve this problem? Solving nutritional related illnesses like obesity, heart disease, and type 2 diabetes involves both top down and bottom up efforts. In the policy level, better labeling, ingredient restrictions, and economic incentives can also shift the food supply away from reliance on added sugars, trans fats, and excess sodium. Industry driven changes in food formulations combined with widespread consumer education and community level interventions can make a healthier diet the easiest and more affordable choice. Over time, these integrated strategies can help reverse current trends and improve the overall health of populations. As the US consumers increase, our own knowledge and awareness plays a crucial role in making healthier dietary choices. By learning how to read nutritional labels, understanding the impact of ingredients like added sugars, trans fats, and sodiums, and exploring whole food alternatives, we can actively take charge of our well being rather than relying solely on industry regulations or government policy. Building our understanding of what constitutes healthy and unhealthy foods empowers us to navigate the market aisles more confidently and make informed decisions. In conclusion, combating obesity, heart disease, and type 2 diabetes, conditions often linked with overconsumption and of added sugars, trans fats, and excessive sodium, requires collective effort from government regulations, improved food industry practices, and community support. Structures are all vital, but these strategies alone aren't enough. Ultimately, the power lies in the hands of the consumers who, through awareness, education, and proactive decision making, can reshape their eating habits and demand healthier food choices. And these are my sources. I tried to stick to scholarly articles to get the most reliable and up to date information.